And I think that was probably like one of the better leadership traits or examples that he gave within the book was when it is the expected result, it doesn't happen. It's like in parenting, right? Like I've heard the saying like more is caught than taught. And yet like I still try to teach my kids and sometimes forget the fact that they just pick up on a lot of things too. And that's probably the better teacher. This would be like one of those same type of examples where they've caught this versus being taught. We know that nobody was trying to do this on purpose, but we're going to actually flip it on all of you. Let's not do that again. But it's interesting to think about that in our own work and in our own lives. Like look for ways to give people credit or look for opportunities to not try to make an example or blame on somebody else. But if that is justified, can we actually not do that? And it'll actually teach a better lesson with more healthy trust building behaviors that could result in a better end product down the road. Play the long game.
Yeah, it's funny as you're describing that. One thing that I was thinking about is I've worked in program development for a long time, building programs, piloting things. What ends up happening sometimes for a lot of companies is what you're saying. And it's not necessarily like punitive, but I've worked with some brilliant people, some people I'm still in touch with that I just think are some of the smartest people I've met. I've had the chance to work with you on a couple of programs. So people that build something from the ground up, sometimes that's not an established industry or business already, are some of the most creative, resourceful, hardest working people ever. But in the world of pilots, pilot programs get shut down a lot. And oftentimes when they get shut down, you lay off the people that were in those programs. And it's funny because as I look back on it, there are companies that maybe have shown the door, in my opinion, to some of maybe the best people that they had at their company, where that was just the practice and there's no real thought of what should I do to keep these people. It's almost like the pilot didn't work. We have to point the finger at someone. It must have been the people. And yet maybe the people gave you the best chance at making that a success. Maybe you got more learnings from it at a corporate level. Maybe you've got people now that are equipped, educated, and informed about how to do the next program successfully. And I think this is something that a lot of companies have to think about. And